10 years ago, in the far-off time of 2014... I'm not doing that voice the entire time. But 10 years ago, 10 years ago, I made a video called Games I Own, but Haven't Played. It was pretty much what it said on the tin. It just listed a bunch of games I owned at the time, but had not gotten around to playing. And surprisingly, it included games, at least one game as far back as the Super NES. I think there was a Super NES game, a Nintendo 64 game, at least 2 GameCube games, a couple Wii games, and some Wii U games. 14 games in total, physical games, not counting the slew of digital games that I had in my Steam and good old game libraries. That brought the world together, and we've known only peace ever since. So 5 years later, 2019, I did a sequel to that video. And there were 22 games that I owned but hadn't played yet, as compared to the 5 years ago, the 14 games. However, only 2 were repeats. So I had, at least I'd played 12 of them and then added 20 more. One of them was Baten Kaitos Origins for the GameCube. I have since played that. The other was The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds. And it is to my eternal shame that I still haven't played it. Now, back in 2014 when I did the original video, this was fairly new. This came out in 2013, so I had probably fairly recently picked it up at the time. I don't have that excuse anymore. 5 years ago, my excuse was, I really should play A Link to the Past before playing this. I have since played A Link to the Past, so I have no excuse now. I've had this for 10 years or so, and I still haven't played it. I should actually play the games that I spend money on instead of just, they look really nice on my shelf, though. I mean, those aren't games, those are movies, but doesn't that look so nice? All right. Another game, there's actually, let's see, 3, 6, 7. So I have 14 in total. So we're back to the original totals, but half of them are from previous lists. This has been the last 2, but yeah, this was on the last one. I still haven't played this. I will probably never play this. This came with the PS3 that my sister bought me so that I could play Tomb Raider. This is, if you remember Skylanders, this was one of those toys to life kind of games where it comes with action figures that, instead of, pretty much all the Lego games except, I guess, Dimensions, where if a game that has multiple characters, you just pick the character you want out of a menu. Nah, son! You have to buy expensive little toys! Pick stuff out of a menu or a radial menu? No, you have to get up off the couch, go to wherever your toys are, pick up the toys, put them on the portal of power, and then... Oh, I hate these games so much. This game also looks garbage. Maybe it's great. I don't know. Never played it. But that will probably be on these lists forever. I also... so when my sister bought me a PS3... After I had played, Tomb Raider and Valkyria Chronicles, I ended up buying a bunch of PS3 games that I wanted to check out, and I still haven't played a bunch of them. So we have both of the first 2 Dead Space games, Dead Space 1 and 2. 3 I don't particularly care about. It looks kind of crap. From what I hear, it is crap because was it EA? Yeah, EA. Was like, hey, we should, take away everything everyone likes about these games and do, it wasn't live service, but it was, I don't remember exactly what it was, but I'm sure it was bad. Anyway, still looking forward to playing these. I did play Dead Space Extraction on the Wii, which was the rail shooter Dead Space, and I really quite liked it. So, at some point I'll play these. Maybe. Possibly. I think there's a good chance. Metal Gear Rising. This was on the last list, of course, too. Still looks fun. You have a sword and you stab and slash things with a sword, and I think there's a dog in it too. I don't think you stab and slash the dog. I don't know, but it's a robo dog, so maybe it doesn't matter. Anyway, Metal Gear looks fun. Vanquish, again, a game that looks fun. Is this the Bayonetta people? It's Sega. I don't... Well, there's stickers on the back, so I can't really read who did this game. But, you turbo slide around on your knees and shoot things. Looks fun. And then there's Zone of the Enders, which I didn't buy. I think Mark Ryan Selly gave this to me. Just because he's a huge Zone of the Enders fan and had it lying around and sent it to me for some reason. I don't remember why. Or I'm misremembering the story. I don't remember where I got this. I think it's from Mark Ryan. I can't imagine why he did. I don't know. I don't remember. That's like, my memory tells me that's where I got it, but I don't know why. I don't know. So there's all the, yeah. There we go. So these are all repeats. This one's been 10 years. These have been sitting on my shelves for 5 years. But even though I had a bunch of PS3 games that I had not yet played, I bought another one. Heavenly Sword. And I still haven't played it. You have a sword, and I assume it's heavenly. I would also assume that you like stab and slash people with it. And you have fantastic hair, so what's not to like? And I think Andy Serkis plays one of the characters in the game. So, another PS3 game that I've been trying to pick up for a long time, but haven't because it's out of print and very expensive, is Asura's Wrath, something like that, which looks like there's not much game to it. It looks like more QuickTime Events, the game, but I've heard that if you can get past the fact that it's mostly just button prompts the game, it's actually very silly and in a fun way and worth playing. So if I ever see it for a decent price, I'll pick that up and add it to the pile of games that I own but don't play. Moving to PS4. Here we go. Wolfenstein 2. I played the first one. I liked the first one. I played the DLC. I did not like the DLC. I'm not sure why, but it did not bring me joy. But I liked the first one enough to pick up the sequel, so at some point I'll play this. I'm sure it won't sit around unplayed for years. That's certainly not something I would do. Wii U. Xenoblade Chronicles X. I didn't buy this. Brian, one of my viewers, very graciously gifted this to me. And I still haven't gotten around to play it. In my defense, I often don't play games that I own. I'm also in the middle of too many large RPGs. I'm actually in the middle of Baten Kaitos Origins, otherwise that would be on this list again. I'm also playing, almost as I record this, the last stream for Trails to Azure should be the next one. From the date I plan on uploading this, it should be yesterday. Should have just finished that game on yesterday's stream, 4th of July. Really looking forward to this. I thought it looked fun. The interesting thing about Xenoblade Chronicles X, when it came out in the Wii U, it was like too powerful for the Wii U. It's like, oh man, they're trying to do just a skosh too much. The Wii U ain't handling this very well. And surprisingly, this is one of the only Wii U games, big notable Wii U games, that didn't get a Switch port. Almost all of the notable Wii U games, and the Wii U had some really great games, which is why they were almost all ported to the Switch. I always thought that this was a prime candidate for Switchitude, because it just needs a little bit more power, which the Switch has. It's a little bit more powerful, maybe enough to run this properly. I don't know, it still looks fun. Looking forward to playing it someday. And we have some Switch games. So we have the Legend of Zelda: Link's Awakening. I believe my sister got this for my birthday a few years back. And interestingly, Nintendo just announced they're releasing a new game in the Zelda franchise with this same style. It's the Zelda game, as opposed to Link Zelda games. Funny thing, what is it? Echoes of Wisdom, I think it's called. Feeling particularly clever, I went on Twitter during my lunch break. I think I watched the Nintendo Direct before work, and then I worked for a few hours, and then during the lunch break, I was like, oh, I have a clever thing to put on social media, and I'm like, I'm surprised since they didn't call it The Legend of Link. Because it stars Zelda. I'm like, oh, that was so clever. And then I thought, ooh, I've got an even better one. What if they called it Missing Link? Legend of Zelda Missing Link, because Link's not in there. I'm so damn clever. And then I was like browsing the various video game sites, and ran across Kotaku and realized that 10 minutes before I had made those posts on social media, they had written an article talking about how everyone made the exact same jokes. And what that means is a stupendously high number of people are just as clever as me. That's how I choose to frame that. This is my... It's on the floor. This is my newest acquisition. Bayonetta Origins, Cereza and the Lost Demon. Now this is possibly kind of a cheat because I actually played the demo of this, but I don't know. And the demo is like the first hour of the game, so I guess technically I've started playing it. I don't know. The demo is something I downloaded off the eShop, and this is a physical copy of the game. So whatever. I'm putting it. My list goes on the list. Anyway, I like Bayonetta. And this was cute. It's very different. It's not the action beat 'em up. It's more of a brother's tale of two sons, kind of dual control characters kind of puzzle game. But it's got a really interesting art style. I thought it was adorable and had some interesting ideas for puzzles. So I'm looking forward, and some nice music too. Looking forward to playing this. Persona 5 Royale is sitting here, I think, because I just finished it. I have played this. I've been playing it for 2 years. Well, kind of. I started it 2 years ago. I got stuck on a boss fight, and I just, like a week or two ago, actually finished this. I guess it's still sitting on the pile. Anyway, Persona 5 Royale. Not for me. I don't like the game. Which is interesting because there are a bunch of aspects of this game that are so good, they are award-worthy. But all in all, I found the game just dreadfully dull and a pain in the ass to play. Like, I think I put like 155 hours into this damn thing, and oh my god, it's so... This game seems bored with itself. Like, even the characters in the game are like, oh my god, I wish something would happen. Have a change of heart already. There's nothing to do. And I'm sitting there with the controller going like, yeah, I know, right? I thought the anime was pretty well paced right up till the end when they seemed to realize, oh, wait, only 26 episodes. Oh, shoot. Okay. And then it just stopped at the twist. Anyway, I'll probably have a lot more to say about Persona 5, like on this weekend's MOLEHILL Mountain podcast. But I also lied, and it's here for a reason, because I do want to say that although I don't like this game as a whole, there is a lot I really like about it. I wanted to like this game because so much about it I genuinely love. Like, the presentation is stunning. The aesthetics are stunning. The actual combat in the game is wonderful. The character design is great, oftentimes hilarious. This game, the characters are fine. None of the characters really stood out. The story was interesting, just very poorly paced, in my opinion. This has some of the best, like, skill tree type upgrades of the RPG genre. You think, oh, your strength went up. Oh, your MP went up. No, this has just some, character tree upgrades that are like, hey, here's new mechanics. Just so much stunningly, again, award-worthy stuff in this game. And, man, all in all, just didn't work for me. But I still think there's a basis here to build from, that you could make a game in this universe with these characters, with this type of combat that I would genuinely enjoy. So that's why this Sunday we're going to be playing Persona 5 Strikers. A game that I own and have not yet played, but join me Sunday for the Sunday stream and we will remedy that. So this is a Persona 5 spin-off, and as I understand, in continuity with Royale, or with Persona 5, Royale or otherwise. This is just kind of a Persona Muso game. What's the English title? Warriors? Like, Samurai Warriors and other warriors. They did the Zelda IP, Hyrule Warriors. There was a Dragon Quest Warriors. It wasn't called Warriors. Dragon Quest Heroes. I have for the Muso games that feature an IP that I like. I've liked them. I enjoyed Hyrule Warriors. I enjoyed the Dragon Quest Heroes. So while I didn't like Persona 5 as a whole game, I like the IP, and I'm really hoping that Persona Muso really does it for me. So join me this Sunday, and we'll see. So there we go. Lots of... Oh, shiza! That's mostly not a real word. Don't worry. No need to censor that. Pretty sure. There. Let me... Yep. There. Almost got it. Yep. Very dexterous. Oh, shoot. Fudge. Yep. Okay. Got it. All right. Here we go. Ha. There we go. You got it? Title card. Ha. Right? Okay. So, scrolling next to me are all of the digital games I own but haven't played. There's a lot of them. We'll probably never play the vast majority of them. Most of these I got from, like, various charity bundles, like Humble Bundles, and itch.io being, hey, we're donating money to this worthy cause, give us $20 and you can have 700 games. This is not a complete list, mainly because of itch.io. It doesn't have a way to just pull, at least that I've seen, to pull a list of game titles. So I had to start writing them down one by one, and I gave up very shortly because it's just a pain in the ass. Also, a lot of the elements of the charity bundles that they offer are not actually video games. Some of them are novels, not like video game visual novels, like actual novels, and books, and like tabletop RPG player guide kind of stuff. Some of them are like movies, like, so I had to individually go through every single one to see if it was actually a video game and then manually write it in the list, and I did not want to do that. So this is several hundred titles. It's probably much more than that, and I will probably never play almost all of them. But they're there. And I will take them to the grave. See you in 5 years. Hopefully with less of these.